What is going on, everybody? Welcome to the channel. Defy Daily Logic here. Ladies and gentlemen, WWE Great Balls of Fire was a A+ pay-per-view. A+. Not a B+, not a C+, not a F, A+. Everything from top to bottom. And my honest opinion, and I've been a wrestling fan for a long time, this was a really, really great pay-per-view. There's not really any flaws that you can really take out of this out of this pay-per-view, unless you're just a nitpicker and you just you have you and your little goons who want to sit and complain about little bullshit because you're a little bitch. That's the only thing I can think of. If I don't and you can send this to your favorite. You can say that Defy Dairy Logic said you're a bitch. I don't care who it is or how high stature there are. If somebody said that this show wasn't an A+ show, then they don't know what the fuck they're talking about. Now, first off, Neville versus Tawanza. It was a good show. It was a good match. I love the way you had, obviously they implemented, certain. I love Tawanza. He did his, two consecutive suicide dives. You had Tawanza, flip and hurl. Neville ended up flipping Tawanza over and hurling into the security barricade. That was pretty cool. Tawanza, got a submission on him with the, octopus hold or whatever the hell they call it. Overall, man, Tawanza didn't end up getting the victory. Neville ended up retaining his championship. Neville ended up kicking the ring rope into Tawanza's groin. I'm guessing this was the gimmick match. If you notice every single pay-per-view, Royal Rumble, Extreme Rules, there's always that, you have at least one Extreme Rules match. I think this was their Great Balls of Fire match because obviously Neville kicked him in the groin and basically ended up getting that victory. Now, I just thought it was great. I love the post backstage segment with Titus O'Neil and Tawanza, Tozawa, whatever. I think my bad. I think it's Tozawa, if I'm mistaken. If not, correct me in the comment section, please. But yeah, I like that little backstage thing where he was like, you're my you're helping me, so give me a rematch. So I like that. Seth Rollins versus Bray Wyatt. Now, this was a match that I was very, very, very shocked to see, and the reason why was because Bray Wyatt doesn't win matches. You know what I mean? When's the last time Bray Wyatt actually won a feud? You know what I mean? When's the last time he actually won a feud? Well, actually, yeah. Okay, well, yeah, damn. I was thinking about the Randy Orton, Bray Wyatt feud. That was actually pretty good. But I mean, for the most part, if you look at Bray Wyatt's career, he doesn't really get a lot of feud wins. He just normally kind of gets in a feud with someone, does all these little, antics and all this crap he does, and then he just basically ends up losing to the people. Whether it's I believe he lost to Seth Rollins before, Roman Reigns, and it's all these different people, and it's just kind of like, what are you doing with them? So I like the fact that he ended up getting the win. The match was pretty good. Now moving on, ladies and gentlemen. First off, I want you to write in the comment section right now because I will be reading your comments and I will be responding to them. Let me know what was your favorite 3 matches. I'll let you guys know mine at the end of this, but let me know what your favorite 3 matches of the night were. I'm pretty sure I kind of got a feeling of what it is, but I may not. Then you guys may surprise me. Enzo Amore versus Big Cass. Hey, this was I don't like Enzo. I never kind of really have. I probably never will. I don't like his character. I think he's very annoying. But here's the thing. He does cut good promos. I will give him that. He cuts good promos. I like the little shtick that he kind of has right now, as of right now, with terms of he cuts a promo and then basically gets his ass kicked. I kind of like that. Now I like Big Cass. I'm glad that Big Cass didn't. This wasn't like a back and forth typical match you see. Because look, whether you're a person who likes watching wrestling and we can believe that Rey Mysterio can beat a Big Show or whatever. Either way, if you had reality logic or wrestling logic, there was no way in hell that Enzo should even look like he can pose a threat to Cass. It just would make no sense whatsoever. Obviously, I knew he was going to win. We all did. But I mean, in terms of, I'm glad they didn't make it seem like, look at Enzo actually having some offense. No. It's like with Naomi. Why would you have Lana actually being a full match. She doesn't know how to wrestle. She's inferior in the ring, so it just makes no sense. Iron Man match. Tag team Iron Man match between the Hardy Boys, Cesaro, and Sheamus. Now, normally when you think about Iron Man tag team match, you're thinking about WWE 2K14. That's something that comes to mind because they allowed you to create all these kind of crazy matches just like this. Now, I didn't think that we would actually see that in real life, but hey, um, congratulations. I don't know who thought of this matchup. Maybe it was Matt or Jeff or Cesaro and Sheamus. I don't know, but whoever came up with this match, kudos to you. You deserve to at least get a raise or get a bonus because first off, it was a great match, very entertaining. There's a lot of different things I've seen in this tag team match that I don't really see see in tag team matchups. There was a lot of different things that I've seen. If you guys want to know what that is, I'll make another video detailed and let you know about that. But there's a lot of different things that you don't see normally in these tag team matches. It's just little small things that are yeah. But anyways, though, moving on though, Cesaro and Sheamus ended up retaining their tag team championships, a 4-3 win. Now, one thing I did see when Jeff Hardy did his swan bomb or whatever, and I know if that's the wrong name, I know you guys are going to troll me in the comments, so go ahead and do it. But after he did his finisher, Cesaro didn't even do a finisher to Jeff Hardy. He just ran up, grabbed him, and pinned him. I love that. I love something different that nobody has really ever seen. Normally, we see somebody do their finisher, and then the other person grabs and does their finisher 1, 2, 3. But this way, it was just Jeff Hardy, boom, and then he just grabs them 1, 2, 3, and then just leaves. I love that aspect of it. I love this kind of felt like a robbery, and got away with it. I love that. I just liked it. It was very, very memorable. It was a memorable match that will probably obviously go down in history since it was the first one. Alexa Bliss versus Sasha Banks. I mean, what can you say? It was great women's wrestling. Alexa Bliss ended up faking a dislocated elbow to distract Sasha Banks ended up versus Alexa Bliss for the Raw Women's Championship match. Now, this was entertaining. These two women, they put on a great match. Alexa Bliss ended up faking a dislocated elbow to distract Sasha Banks. She ended up clocking her with the elbow. I thought that was a nice move. You had now here's the thing. Sasha Banks ended up winning via countout. Alexa Bliss retained her championship. It was a great booking moment. The reason why, because obviously next month is SummerSlam, ladies and gentlemen, and you're gonna have Alexa Bliss and Sasha Banks, your top two women on the brand of Monday Night Raw, and you're gonna have them on that show. So I like the tease that they got, and basically we know they're gonna be feuding going in tomorrow night on Monday Night Raw. So overall, kudos, great matchup, whatever the case may be. Now, so overall, good matchup, good booking. Now we have Dean Ambrose versus The Miz. This is for the Intercontinental Championship. The Miz ended up retaining his championship. Now, was this match 100% phenomenal? No, I think that The Miz versus Heath Slater was actually better, if I'm being a billion% honest. And if some of you are really real wrestling fans, I think you'll probably agree with me. Anyways, and yeah, so I mean, I don't really have much to say about this match, guys. The Miz ended up hitting the Skull Crusher finale, got the win, game over. Oh, that's right. I will say this: The Miz versus Dean Ambrose needs to end tomorrow night on Monday Night Raw. It needs to be over. Somebody else needs to come and attack The Miz or challenge him. Something else needs to happen. The Miz and Dean Ambrose have been going at it since SmackDown Live for a couple of weeks or a couple of months. Then they transferred over to Monday Night Raw, did the same thing. Something needs to fucking change because it's just something needs to change because it's the same two people. Nobody else has really even been in the championship picture unless you want to count Heath Slater. But I'm talking about actually in the title picture. And, you can have Apollo Crews. Or maybe even I don't like him, but you can have Enzo Amore being there or something going forward. But something else needs to change, guys. Put Bray Wyatt back in the title picture. I don't really care, but something else needs to change. Now, the whole Heath Slater versus Kurt Hawkins. There's no way I'm talking about that match. Now, Samoa Joe versus Brock Lesnar. First off, I love the fact they had Samoa Joe attack Brock Lesnar before the match started, beating the crap out of him, slamming him through the announcer table. I thought that was an awesome moment. The fans were obviously pumped, which made the moment and watching it even more exciting. I love that it wasn't that long of a match. Brock Lesnar matches don't really need to be that long, as obviously you can see with the Goldberg and Brock Lesnar match. As long as they're 4 to 5 minutes, it's a pretty good pretty good match, because it's like Brock Lesnar's not gonna really go and be all technical and do that. He's not going to do that. Maybe he probably would when he was younger, but he's not going to do that now. Anyways, I love the brawling that they did. These two guys put on a show. I don't like that they let Brock Lesnar just win by one F5. I thought that maybe they should have allowed it maybe 2 or 3 F5s. And the reason why I say that is because you want Samoa Joe to still be your dominant heel. Other than Bray Wyatt, Samoa Joe, I would say Samoa Joe is hands down your dominant heel. Obviously besides Braun Strowman, but I mean, at this point, Braun Strowman is the freaking babyface because people don't. But anyways, yeah. So I just I think that they should have let Samoa Joe get like a 2 or 3 F5s done to him and then lose. I think that would have been a little bit more better. But overall, the booking was still good. It was still entertaining. Now the match of the night that stole the show. The match that I think that deserves a Slammy award is this, I guess, like they call it, a slugfest between freaking Braun Strowman and Roman freaking Reigns. Now, people don't like Roman Reigns, whatever. Roman Reigns looked like a fucking star. Now, obviously, he is a star, but it's just something about this moment that he did. Like when basically, obviously, he was going to spear Braun Strowman into the ambulance, but he ended up diving into it. I like that ending, but I love how he lost the match. I love how I love how anyways, I love how this slugfest between Roman Reigns and Braun Strowman. I love how Roman Reigns ended up trying to run and spear Braun Strowman through the announcer to the ambulance, and then he ended up losing. But then Roman opens up the ambulance and then spears Braun Strowman, and then starts beating the shit out of him, slamming the door in his face. He dumps him in the freaking ambulance, drives off like a badass. But you know what made me feel that okay, this dude is he like it, when he grabbed the guy out of the ambulance and then tossed his ass out of there. I love that. That was the moment. It reminded me of Stone Cold a little bit. You end up losing the match, but you end up kicking somebody's ass, toss somebody out of the fucking ambulance, drive off, and then you slam the ambulance into a thing, and they kind of just walk off. That was badass. I think this for me personally, this was the moment I think defined him as a star, because it just made him look like a straight fucking badass. Normally, the other moments we kind of already know the same predictable bullshit, but this I loved it. I loved what happened. I love how he walked off. I love how you had Kurt Angle and all these other different people looking all scared. And it was great. It was great. I do say that this is match of the year until I see further matchups. Um, but yeah, as of right now, this is my number one match. Now, I did tell you guys earlier in the video, if you guys did remember, I said write down your top 3 matches of the night. Now, for me, number 1 is Braun Strowman versus Roman Reigns. Number 2 is Brock Lesnar, Samoa Joe, and number 3 is the Iron Man Tag Team Championship match. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. God bless. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It helps me out a lot. I'm trying to gain a bigger audience, 32K18 on this channel, live streaming, and all those different things. So if anything, you're going to stay tuned for that, because we're going to have a lot of fun in these upcoming months. Thank you guys so much. Deuces.